And we are live with a little Game of Thrones. So, Valerian Steel, probably the rarest, most desired box out of the Game of Thrones series, not counting any like super special stuff. All right, there's some there's some crazy case incentives for some of the Game of Thrones stuff that's been out. But as far as standard release, Valerian Steel is where it's at, and that is how we will finish our group draft break. We also got a box of season 7 because the ink hasn't dried on season 8 yet, and season 6. Now, if anybody is interested, we also have Inflections boxes still left. Very few. Just the standard edition. We're long sold out on the international. But if anybody is looking for any Inflections hobby boxes, we do still have those available. We are 4 teams away from breaking Elite Football. That is 6 boxes of 2019 Donruss Elite. 1 box of 2019 Score, just to make sure that everybody gets some cards, and 4 more autos never hurts. And then we also have a skunk bonus. This is a $200 value, a spot in our next Marc-Down rebreak, which is our premium edition. So instead of the $34.95 price tag, they value at $199.95. Cardinals are 90, Ravens are 55, Bills are 35, the Broncos are 55, the Lions are 30, the Dolphins are 25, Seahawks 45, Rams 25, Colts 40, Patriots 70, and the Raiders are 65. And if we get 4 teams, that could break in as soon as maybe like 45 minutes to an hour. So let's go with those 4 teams. Let's get her done, and let's start things off for Game of Thrones. So I think we've given enough time for everybody to get the video link, and let's rip you a new one. So first time we've done Game of Thrones in a long time, and this break's been up for a while. Game of Thrones, we've had some stretches where we've gotten some breaks off on this, and with the season 8 series finale approaching, we had posted up a break of these, and since we had posted the break, these cards have actually become even tougher to get in sealed wax format. So what we're doing here is we're busting some nice product here, pretty well below what the market value was. Cheapest team left in Elite would be 25. I think there's 2 teams at 25, if I'm not mistaken. The Dolphins and the Rams. Thanks, Mike. He's on it. I peek up and down for comments. So again, we're 4 teams away. If somebody gets 3 teams, not only do they get a 10% discount, but then that would only put us 1 away from needing 1 team needed to break it. So let's do this Game of Thrones box and see what happens. Does Gurley have autos in Elite? That is a good question. Elite is a little bit better than some of the sets that have come out so far this year as far as delivering veteran autos. But I don't know if Gurley is included, so what I'm going to do is I should have the checklist still up here. Let's Score. I don't need Score. National Treasures, Elite. So for the Rams, this is what you got as far as hits go. Relics. There is Gurley, Kurt Warner, Jared Goff, and Isaac Bruce. He does not have autographs. You have autographs of Aaron Donald, Clay Matthews, Cooper Kupp, Darrell Henderson, Isaac Bruce, Jack Youngblood, and Taylor Rapp. And that's a wrap. I believe Chasing Amy was an Upper Deck product. So what happens is Upper Deck will only sell to brick and mortars. It's why we really don't do that much hockey. So what happens is anything that goes through Upper Deck, like the Marvel stuff, that's why you don't see us carry it. Because by the time I can get it, it's already either impossible to get and very high priced, or it's clearance dumpster fire material. So until we got a shop again, Upper Deck is kind of off the grid for us. So, but I'm pretty sure that was an Upper Deck release, if I'm not mistaken. So again, we'll open these hobby boxes about halfway at a time. All right. I already got one autograph sitting in my hand here. And as with most of their releases, most of the time there is a unstated, or should I say, there's a stated print run for the cards. They're just not numbered as far as the autographs go. But they're like limited, extremely limited, ultra rare. Would sell Jamie Lannister's left hand for that, you know. From what I haven't seen the agreement since I had my store. The only reason I never got Upper Deck stuff in when I had my store was because I couldn't get it delivered to my house, and that was like you couldn't do it. You couldn't do residential delivery, and the UPS deliveries in the plaza that I was in were so early in the morning I was not there. But as far as a storefront, I do believe they required you to be open at least 32 hours a week, which is a flea market booth. Most of the time it's 6 to 4, 2 days a week. So, I mean, that's just the markets in my area. So, you know, that it would be nice, but I don't think it's an option for me. And honestly, I did the flea markets for many years, and they ain't what they used to be. So these vertical cards with the episodes, these are considered base cards. Same thing with the, I guess, character cards. So these are part of the regular base set. And we will, you know, point out the inserts and whatnot as they come up. So this is an insert right here. My name is Arya Stark. I want you to know that the last thing you're ever going to see is a Stark smiling down at you as you die. I really do hope that if they do spin off any of the characters from this show, all right, because I know they have plans of like a prequel show. Whether that's going to be 100% confirmed or not, I haven't read anything to that. Yeah, there in Jersey, there isn't really much as far as the 7 day a week goes, as far as that. So the only one that's open 4 days a week is about, I don't know, close to an hour away from me, so it wouldn't be worth it. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, but I heard they had a weird lease agreement. That's a little different. I wonder if you're the worst person I've ever met. Probably. But yeah, it is something to consider. So that's cool that you have that option. Arya Stark. So this is a foil parallel. They're not numbered, but that would be considered part of parallels. And there's Jon Snow laying dead. Or is he? He's alive. He's alive, Jess.
Who is?
Jon Snow.
Something is wrong with my knee. I can't move it right.
Cersei Lannister. Now, if you notice, this has a gold foil over the top. These are numbered, and that is 66 out of 150. So 66 out of 150 for the Queen Bitch of Game of Thrones. And let's see. Here's another foil. So you got Arya Stark. Going through her little amazing grace moment. I don't know, she was blind and then she could see.
Really?
What's that?
That's kind of nice.
Queen Marjorie, Rondell Tarley, Sir Jaime Lannister,
I like
Hodor. I believe season 6 was his end. We actually figured out that his name actually meant hold the door. Who would have thought? Walmer Rivers, or Walder Rivers, Roose Bolton, Jon Snow, Sansa Stark, Arya Stark, the Night King. And this would be the beginning of an increase in his role in the show. Melisandre. And first autograph is Ben Hawkey, who played Hot Pie. Used to be able to get hot pies at McDonald's, 2 for $1. I think now they charge $1.19, which, based on the look of this guy, would probably disappoint him. So Ben Hawkey is Hot Pie. Hot damn. Is that going number 1? Probably not. And Braun closes out the first stack. So we're halfway through this season 6 box. You get a decent stack of base cards. You get a good percentage of the set, if I remember correctly. I only tried to put one together. These are the inserts and parallels, which I believe that's how I had it grouped in this one. I'm going to double check. It's been a while since I posted this, but we're breaking it, so that's a plus. So all the hit cards each count as a pick. The metal cards from Valyrian Steel are 1 pick. The paper base inserts and parallels from Valyrian Steel are another pick. Then inserts and parallels are together, yeah, from season 6, from season 7, base from season 6, base from season 7. So just confirming. Want to make sure. All right. Second half of box number 1 here. Again, Elite Football needs 4. 4 for Elite Football. Cardinals, 90. Ravens, 55. The Bills are 35. The Broncos are 55. Lions are 30. Dolphins are 25. Seahawks 45. Rams 25. Colts 40. Patriots 70. The Raiders 65. That's a cool insert. Like those. So again, we're starting off with Season 6. We'll move on to Season 7. And then the grand finale for Game of Thrones. A little Valyrian Steel. And these boxes ended up shooting up to about $400. All right. It's not too shabby. I think when we priced this break, they were about 300, and I think that's as far as I would go on those. There is some very cool stuff possible, and I mean even Inflections, which goes for not even half that. Inflections we have for $185 a box. Some pretty badass stuff that we've hit out of Inflections, including those Artifacts cards. All right, Daenerys relics. We're popping out pretty frequently in those. Those are very limited. And what is this? I think this is a scarcer insert card because it's come in a sleeve, and I haven't seen anything sleeved in the regular hobby boxes. Usually that comes out of stuff like Inflections and Valyrian Steel. So this is an interesting thing popping up right here. Got the Waif is Embaro, Tormund Giantsbane, Podrick. So here's a foil here. Book of the Stranger. Littlefinger. Little did he know what would entail in Season 6. So Sir Kevin Lannister, young Eddard Stark, Ramsay Bolton. What a bastard he was. Got a nice little insert card here. All right, some Game of Thrones artwork. I fought, I lost, now I rest. Does not look like something you'd want to be hanging around from. 1-1. His brother Tutu did not make the series. A little bit of a controversial character, but had a very large dance skirt. Obara and Nymeria Sand. Home. And this one's all upside down. Grey Worm, Missandei. Thought it was kind of confusing. Melisandre, Missandei. Got Jon Snow in a foil. That's not too shabby there. The Grand Meister. Again, we are 4 teams from Breaking Elite. I like to get that going for this evening. Elite football. Now, anything that Tyrion says is gold usually. A wise man once said, the true history of the world is the history of great conversation in elegant rooms. Tyrion Lannister. Who said this? Missandei. And of course, Tyrion's response was me, just now. And of course, the very famous, that's what I do. I drink and I know things. It's kind of what I do, but I also rip open packs of cards while I do it. So I guess I'm just a step up on Tyrion on that one, huh? All right, what do we got here? Bronn Stark, King of the North, Does that make his card values go up when he ended up getting the throne? Is that like a player getting like a 30-game hitting streak? I don't know. And Charlotte Hope. Also known as Miranda. So Charlotte Hope autograph. Miranda from Game of Thrones. And what is this oddball thing we got here? So I'm guessing these are pretty rare. These are the faces in the wall. But this guy's obviously not dead. It's Tormund Giantsbane. So I guess they just decided to do an insert set, kind of taking the image of the main artwork from season 6, and I'm guessing these are pretty rare. I don't know how rare, but Faces of Death inserts. So they have prefix HF, and like I said, I know in the premium sets like Valyrian Steel and Inflections, they do sleeve some of the rare cards in there. So that is not a bad one. Inserts and parallels. Some of you might be on eBay right now. That might actually supersede a hit. I don't know. You might know better than me. All right, and so this is our season 6 stack. Now let's go to season 7. As we continue to try to fill this elite football break. All right. Season 7 is interesting. I like the checklist a little bit better for season 6, but season 7 had a production of 3,000 less boxes, 11,000 compared to 8,000. So I guess one argument could be that the stuff in season 7 might be a little bit tougher to find. So, season 7 Game of Thrones. Will we be so lucky to see another sleeved up insert card in one of these? Again, I don't think we've seen them in any of the hobby boxes we've opened. And we've opened our fair share, especially of season 6. So, but when we hit big in Game of Thrones, they do tend to come in bunches too. So let's see what kind of luck we got. And since I'm drafting, I think at 8 and 9, some luck would be nice, right? Something for everybody. Let this be the Oprah of boxes. You get a rare, you get a rare, you get an ultra rare. Why not? Still looking for that first autograph. Season 7. All right, we got one. Couple more packs here. Yeah, we'll start showing them off. So again, this makes the last of the draft style breaks that we have up a Marc-Down favorite in Walking Dead. So that's the last one that we got to get off the board before we start restocking those on the draft board. Walking Dead. 4 boxes of Walking Dead autograph collection. 1 box of Season 4, Part 1. 1 box of Season 4, Part 2. And a lot of times those Cryptozoic boxes end up pumping an extra hit out of them. So that's always a plus. I believe there's 12 spots in the break. We got the Archmeister, Ebros. Jon Snow. Brienne of Tarth. Bronn. But no Strowman. Lord Walder Frey. Tormund. No, that's one card. Daenerys. Obara Sand. Littlefinger. I guess this was the season he got offed. Probably kind of close to the beginning, I'm guessing. Theon Greyjoy, Lord Varys. Alright, so we got this here. I'm a slow learner. It's true, but I learn. Sansa Stark would live to have more husbands than Elizabeth Taylor. I'm sure cutting off heads is very satisfying, but that's not the way you get people to work together. Sansa to Arya. Yeah, but wasn't it satisfying when Littlefinger got his head cut off, kind of? Maybe, just a little. And again, we got another one of these artwork inserts. And this is Euron, the inspiration. Yeah, I got a foil from the Eastwatch episode. And then Mira Reed and Bran Stark. I didn't see it coming that he would be the King of the North. I also didn't read the books, so I have no clue. I prefer to be ignorant on those kind of things, though. And Burn Gorman. That's the kind of nickname that keeps the ladies away during college. Burn Gorman. Who played Carl Tanner on Full House. Or was it Fuller House? Or was it Game of Thrones? Because that's what we're opening. That's the most likely answer, right? So, Burn Gorman. And if you try to read the autograph, that's my boy, Blue. That's kind of what it looks like. Rhaegar. And that's the first hit there. Is it obvious why I saved Valyrian Steel for the end? Just hoping we get one of those super limiteds. But we haven't. Finishing up season 7, so the grand finale will be next. And I've been dying to see what's in that Valyrian Steel box. Again, the stuff that you saw come out of Inflections was super cool. And it's been a long time since we've opened Valyrian Steel. And that is what I pulled, that dual auto with Kit Harington and, what was it? What's her name? Rose Leslie? Something like that. Who are married still in real life, if I'm not mistaken. So, Game of Thrones. That name is a mouthful. I think I'm going to have trouble with that one. I'm usually pretty good with the names too, but it seems like it would belong in an Upper Deck hockey set. So we are just looking to get 4 more teams in Elite Football. Can we do this tonight? I want to see some football tonight. We need just 4. They're scrolling at the bottom of your screen right now. Drogon wants to see it too, and you don't want to disappoint Drogon. Cardinals are 90, Ravens are 55, the Bills are 35, the Broncos are 55. There's a foil there. Lions are 30, Dolphins 25, Seahawks 45, Rams 25, Colts are 40, Patriots are 70, and the Raiders are 65. So again, you've got some teams that are pretty good banks for the buck still up there. You got the Cardinals, which have a shot at Kyler Murray. Ravens have a lot of decent rookie potential. Broncos have Drew Lock and Noah Fant. Lions, T.J. Hawkinson. Seahawks, DK Metcalf. Colts, Paris Campbell. Patriots have a few, including N'Keal Harry. And the Raiders have Josh Jacobs. So there is some muy bueno stuff still available in Game of Thrones. And, oh, Daenerys. Anything numbered with Daenerys should be good, right? Daenerys means dinero. And this one is numbered 8 out of 150. 8 out of 150. Again, these are the Season 7 inserts and parallels and base cards that you are seeing. And waiting to see what that hit is. But we got a little ways to go, says Sansa. Gendry. Cersei. With her short haircut there. Nothing more to say about that. Yara Greyjoy. And Lady Mormont. I don't plan on knitting by the fire while men fight for me. I might be small, Lord Glover, and I might be a girl, but I am every bit as much a northerner as you, and I don't need your permission to defend the North. She's pretty badass too. She went down, but she went down fighting. And then you still mad at us, boy? You sold me to a witch. A priestess, I'll admit, it's a subtle distinction. Not one of the best quote cards. I like the front, though. Front was inspiring. It was quoted by Lady Mormont and later adapted by Gary V into the Top Series 2 set. Really, somewhere in there. Regal, Missandei, Sir Jorah Mormont, Lady Tyrell, and we got Arya on the foil. And Jaime Lannister and Bronn. Lyanna Stark, Lord Varys, and you got Johannes Hakur Johannesson. What do they say about people with two first names? Does that count if they're Vikings? So Johannes Hakur Johannesson, who played Lemoncloak. Lemoncloak. That doesn't sound like a guy from Game of Thrones. That sounds like a bad game show host. But it is what it is. I can't get them all right. So Lemoncloak. All right, so these are your Season 7 inserts and parallels. So there's a few cards in there. And then it's all about that base, They made those boxes a little bit bigger. Maybe that's why there was less of them. I don't know. And this is the one. Valerian Steel. Now, they made 8,000 of these as well. But a little more limited in stature as far as it's only 3 packs. All right, each pack has some metal cards in it and 1 hit. So 4 cards per pack. Pack number 1. So again, the metal cards are one thing, the hits are another, and then anything non-metallic is another. So Alaria Sand, this would go in the metal pile. And we got a hit here. This is Cybele Kekili, who played Shay. And then this is a lenticular, so this is a non-metal card. That is pretty awesome there. Very early on in the show, Tyrion up in, I guess, the tower. Prisoner of the Sky Cell, Season 1, Episode 5. Alright. Tyrion got mistaken for Bronn's injury. And as he often does, ended up in a little bit of a jam. But he always gets out of it. And then here's another metal card. Sir Jaime Lannister. So both of these are base cards. They're not numbered. Usually the numbers will show up on the back of the card. Pack number 2. First card here is Mara Reed. Also a base card. And we got a gold auto. All right, so the gold ones are a little bit scarcer, just like in Inflections. And we have Eugene Simon, who played Lancel Lannister. This is the etched card, and that is Jaime Lannister. And metal card of Robb Stark. Khal Drogo. And we have another regular autograph here. Grand Maester Pycelle, Julian Glover. So Grand Maester Pycelle. We're still 4 away from Elite. We need 4. I'm hoping we get it soon. Here is your serial numbered medal, the Waif. Numbered 75 out of 100. And Miranda. Closes it out. Yeah, we didn't get any jaw droppers. I almost feel like I have to open a box of Inflections myself to show that there is some really nice stuff that comes out of these. So let's go through the hits real quick. Autographs are Julian Glover, Grand Maester Pycelle. Eugene Simon, Lancel in a gold. The gold wouldn't go for 15. Cybele Kikili is Shay. Johans Hakur Johannesson. Well, look at it this way. This is the advantage of breaking it. If it's a $400 box and it's bad, at least you didn't pay $400. Burn Gorman is Carl Tanner. But yeah, we probably opened about 5 boxes of Valyrian Steel, and the other 4 all had something really nice in it. Charlotte Hope, Miranda, and then Hot Pie, Ben Hawkey. I don't know, maybe this is Maybe this is the number 1 pick. I don't know. I don't know how scarce these are. I do know that we did not hit any of these previously. Now, I've sold sealed boxes, so maybe they rolled in one of those. So I don't know. This could be a case hit. This could be every few boxes. I don't know. But I do believe these are pretty scarce. We have the stack of Season 6, the stack of Season 7, the stack of, again, we showed you the Season 6 inserts and parallels. This is the stack of Season 7 inserts and parallels. 2 paper cards. The lenticular, which are very popular ones. Although I know the Daenerys one I had, that went for Boku bucks. And then Jaime Lannister on the etched. And then we got a stack of metal cards. So the waif, numbered to 100. And then a few cards here, including Jaime Lannister, probably the more desirable of the base cards that we hit. And, you know, you figure, I think it's a 90 card set, so you got 6 of the base cards there. Probably not an easy one to complete, but doable. So, Glenn, you got first pick. Brandon Taylor, you'll pick second. Tony Penna will pick third. And let me see if he ended up getting the message. He may be... Yeah, he hasn't been on in over an hour. So this will probably end up going to a draft post at number 3. I think I saw Brandon in here. So Glenn, you got the first pick. Brandon, pick number 2. I'll let Tony know he's up when it's his turn. We'll give him about 5 minutes. We'll see if we can't get these last 4 teams that we need to run elite. And if not, tomorrow's another day. Hot pie, it is. So Ben Hockey. Brandon, still in here? So we're on pick number 2. Brandon Taylor, your second. Don't see anything about whether those are case hits or not. So again, we're looking to get elite filled. So Brandon, you're going to take the metal stack. So a little heavy metal Coming your way, Brandon. One stack of metal cards. Rock and roll. So let me let Tony know that he is up. And we'll give him a couple minutes. And if he's done for the night, then we'll put everything up to a draft post and aim to finish this all up tomorrow. So elite football, Cardinals are 90, Ravens are 55, Bills are 35, Broncos are 55, Lions are 30, Dolphins are 25, Seahawks are 45, Rams are 25. The Colts are 40, the Patriots are 70, and the Raiders are 65. So 4 teams needed to break. Top 5 bang for the buck picks. From what I see here, I probably lean towards the Broncos, the Seahawks, the Patriots, the Raiders, and it is kind of close between the Ravens and the Colts. Lions would probably be right behind those two. So we got here a few minutes. We'll see if Tony is able to make the draft pick in Game of Thrones. If not, then we move on. If we have an elite break in the next 4 minutes, then that's what we got. If we don't, tomorrow's another day. Again, we only have a couple hours. Any personal boxes, you get a 10% kickback in group break credit. So if you, for example, we sold a box of museum collection earlier at $209. You would get back $21 in group break credit. One personal box left. It's very tempting for me to just open this, but I'm not going to. One personal box left. Museum collection. I got elite football. If somebody wants to get some elite football going, it's $139 ripped and shipped. And then maybe it'll get everybody excited. Hey, Jeremy, how's it going? Yeah, maybe we can get this break going. Elite football is 4 spots away from happening. Again, Tony Penna is on the clock. I have a feeling he's done for the night. So trying to get these last few teams so that we can break elite football. All right, 4 teams away, and we can schedule this one. Worst comes to worst, we get those 4 teams right now. Worst case scenario is we'll break it in the afternoon tomorrow. But I did send all the messages out for being on standby. And the goal is, I'd like to break this now. I know, Jeremy. No, it's a group effort. Trying to get one more person to grab 3 teams. If one person grabs 3 teams right now, that puts us at 24. That'll be enough to break it tomorrow early in the afternoon. One person grabs 3 teams, then we'll set this up for an afternoon break. The assumption is we will get one more when we go live. If not, we don't. But one person can get this on the board. Worst case scenario for tomorrow. All right. I'll schedule it at 24. knowing we can probably get one more before it gets started. Cardinals are 90, Ravens 55, Bills 35, Broncos 55. The Lions are 30, the Dolphins are 25, Seahawks are 45, Rams are 25, Colts are 40, Patriots are 70, Raiders 65. So it's 12:15 a.m. I am going to do real quick a Mark-Down breakdown on the remaining teams. So I'll be in and out of comments for the next few minutes. And if we don't get any moved by the time we're done with this, then we're done for the night. Cardinals. Here are your possibilities. The only relic, ironically, is somebody not on the Cardinals anymore, and that's Josh Rosen. But you have 5 different options of Kyler Murray autographs. 2 of Hakeem Butler, 1 of Caleb Wilson, and 3 of Andy Isabella. And that's not even all the Cardinals rookies that have been on cardboard. This one seems to have a little bit more of a selective checklist, but a little bit more of the ones that you want more of in there anyway. So it's a plus, especially with those pen pals. All right. Ravens. Any deals on personals? Yes, we have a deal on personals right now. If you buy a personal box, you will get a 10% kickback in group break credit. So, for example, we have 1 box of museum collection here. This is $209. If you buy this box at $209, you will get $21 back in group break credit. Any box, 10% back in group break credit. We were doing Legends personal earlier, $89 a box for a Legends personal. You would get $9 back in group break credit. And Ravens and Elite. Your relic choices are C.J. Mosley, Eric Weddle, Lamar Jackson, and Terrell Suggs. Checklist for the rest of the team. Got some depth here. Antoine Wesley, 2 of Justice Hill. Lamar Jackson, Back to the Future signatures. And the print run's 50. Remember, some of the early rookie print runs on him were less than that. There was a set he had like 15. Marquise Brown has 3 different autos. Miles Boykin has 3, sorry. Tony Siragusa and Trace McSorley close out the checklist for the Ravens. Bills. Andre Reed, Jim Kelly, Josh Allen have relics. And autographs from Devin Singletary, 2 different ones. We pulled both of them in the last half case break. Ed Oliver. Jim Kelly has a couple. Josh Allen has a couple. Robert Foster, Tre'Davious White, and Tyree Jackson. So you got some quantity for a $35 team there. Well, of course it's tempting. It wouldn't be a deal otherwise. Otherwise, it would be a shitty offer. I want to give deals. 10% group break credit. Does 2 things. 1, it gives you a bargain. And 2, it helps keep the group breaks going. A lot of these personal boxes with 10% back in group break credit, I mean, let's face it, the margin on some of these boxes is 5%, 8%. So, but I want to get the group breaks back in the right direction. So that's what I got to do. I do what I got to do. After the Bills, let's do the Broncos. Broncos are loaded. Cortland Sutton, Emmanuel Sanders, John Elway, Terrell Davis. Autographs of Bradley Chubb, you got a couple. Cortland Sutton, Demarius Thomas. Drew Lock has 4 options. Floyd Little. Noah Fant has 3 options. Philip Lindsay has 5 options. Rod Smith and 3 of Terrell Davis. From the Broncos to the Lions. Lions, you got relics of Calvin Johnson, Kenny Galladay, Kerryon Johnson, and Matt Stafford. Your autographs are Barry Sanders, Kerryon Johnson, 2 of TJ Hawkinson, and Travis Fulgham. Dolphins. Kenyon Drake and Zach Thomas are your relics. Christian Wilkins, Jason Taylor, Kenyon Drake, Myles Gaskin, and Preston Williams are your autograph subjects. I do have Diamond Kings. 2019 or 2018. I have both. I got 2019 and 2018 on Diamond Kings. So Vlad, Otani, so let's see, following the Dolphins, I believe was the Seahawks. Doug Baldwin, Rashad Penny, and a couple Russell Wilsons for the relics. Chris Carson, 4 of DK Metcalf, 3 of Gary Jennings Jr., and a Travis Homer. Rams. Isaac Bruce, a couple Jared Goffs, Kurt Warner, and a couple Todd Gurley's for your relics. 3 Aaron Donalds, a Clay Matthews, Cooper Kupp, 2 Darrell Hendersons, and Isaac Bruce, 2 Jack Youngbloods, and Taylor Rapp for the Rams. Colts. Edgerrin James, Marlon Mack, a couple Peyton Mannings, a couple T.Y. Hiltons for the relics. Autos of Andrew Luck, a couple of them, 2 different options. Darius Leonard, 2 different Paris Campbells. Pat McAfee, Raymond Berry, Reggie Wayne, and T.Y. Hilton for the Colts. 2019, okay. And 2019 Diamond Kings, I got here. $69 a box. So you get $7 for break credit on top of that. $69 a box for 2019 Diamond Kings, and $7 group break credit would be the kickback. Patriots next on the list. Drew Bledsoe, Sony Michel, your relics. Autographs. Excuse me. Aqib Talib, Curtis Martin, couple Damian Harris, Donta Hightower, 3 of Jason Stidham, 3 of N'Keal Harry, Stephon Gilmore, Ty Law, and yes, there are 5 Field Vision Tom Brady's out there. And closing it out for the Raiders. Bo Jackson, Derek Carr, Howie Long, Marcus Allen, Tim Brown. That's a nice list for the relics. Clelin Ferrell, 3 of Hunter Renfrow, Jonathan Abram, and 4 of Josh Jacobs. Close out the autographs. And that is your breakdown on Elite Football. So let me grab you that box of Diamond Kings. Again, we're still trying to get Elite Football scheduled. I think these might be my last two. Top or bottom? So top or bottom? I still got a lot of 2018s, but I guess I don't have a lot of 2019s unless I got a case buried somewhere. And I always like Diamond Kings too. They're a fun one. So again, $69 for a box. It's my last one. Jeremy's grabbing the top, and the bottom one still for sale if anybody wants to give a crack at it. Let's see what this one looks like. I have a feeling it's going to come out better than Game of Thrones. Alright. So here we go. 2019 Diamond Kings. You get 2 hits per box. Generally, one's an auto, one's a relic. Sometimes the relics are pretty nice looking. Sometimes they're of some pretty old people. Sometimes you get a blank. And then autographs got a decent checklist. I think you'll be happy. I mean, I guess there's better, but autographs can be hit or miss. I'll let you tell me if you think this is a hit or a miss. You're just going to have to wait for like 150 cards before that happens. And there's the relic. We'll leave that be. That's a nice thick one there. And of course, they got some parallels in this set too. You got framed cards. You have one artist proof per box. They can be cool too. And I only got one more box that I can find. Got a lot of work to do over the next couple of weeks though. Alright. Couple more packs here. And we'll be ready to show them off. that last filler card there. All right, let's see how we did. So, again, you got a lot of legends of the game. Roger Maris. You got your rookies like Kevin Newman. Crazy like a fox. Walter Johnson. Al Simmons. Vladimir Guerrero. Senior. Yeah, Expos. Yeah, maybe we'll see Montreal in the mix again someday. Right? Johnny Bench. Tom Glavine, part of the 300 club. Last year they were doing the 500 home run hitters. This year, the 300 game winners. Ozzie Albies with a picture variation. Alex Bregman, Gallery of Stars. Danny Jansen, also with a variation there. Juan Soto and Bryce Baby. Although Bryce, in that heirs to the throne, moved to a different kingdom. The kingdom of brotherly love. Your artist proof is going to be Kyle Freeland. Ken Griffey Jr. with a 205 insert. Giancarlo Stanton, Honus Wagner, Bueller. Crowning moment, Miguel Tejada. Nolan Arenado, Gallery of Stars. I love these inserts. I thought they were cool in triple play. Way back in the early 90s. When hair metal was actually not cool. It was cool in the 80s. It's cool now. It's not cool then. Baggy pants were cool. Hammer pants. Grover Alexander. Kirby Puckett. Ty Cobb. Ronald Acuna Jr. Corey Kluber should be back at some point in the near future, right? Recovering from injury. 41 out of 99, but it's got a decent patch. Dual relic of Ángel de los Santos. Maybe this box isn't looking better than Game of Thrones, but it's not over yet. Still some possibilities. Some good players on this checklist. Maybe one will make his way through. Forrest Whitley, who is often compared to Nolan Ryan. Only Nolan Ryan only took Advil. Forrest Whitley, I guess, took something else early on in his career. But we're over that. Matt Chapman, variation. Grover Alexander, an early member of the 300 Club. And check it out. We're going downtown. Christian Yelich downtown card. These are nice. These have a little scarcity to them. It's not a bad pull there. It's going to make up for your auto. Cal Ripken. I wish it were a Cal Ripken auto. That'd be cool. Satchel Paige. Honus Wagner. Now, we started off with wrestling legends. And the guy who is on this autograph. Well, let's put it this way. If Ravishing Rick Rude saw this guy, he would have a message for him. For this fat, out of shape, Canadian sweat hog. No, this guy is actually the most wanted prospect in the game right now. He hit 91 freaking home runs on Home Run Derby. Rick Rude, this guy is an athlete. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. It's not a bad buy for 69 bucks. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Noah Syndergaard. That's what Stone Cold Steve Austin would say. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., give me a hell yeah. He just did it. And you got $7 worth of break credit. Don't forget about that. So, Vlad Jr., the big hit. You also got the downtown insert on Christian Yelich. And number to 99, some Phillies pitcher nobody really cares about. Ángel de los Santos. I'm sure his parents like him. Maybe. So, 4 more teams needed for Elite Football. We got less than an hour and a half before our deal expires on personal boxes. Again, whatever you spend on a personal box, you get $10 back to go towards group breaks. All right? Not another personal break. I'm already losing my ass doing this. But on a group break, get these group breaks moving. We need 4 in Elite. We've gone over all the teams tonight. Just needs some trigger pulling, and we're good to go. And I think we did all right with that box. I think maybe, we had a little rough stretch on that Game of Thrones break. Usually we get a extremely limited auto. I think that's the lowest print runs. But we did really well with Legends. Diamond Kings turned out good. Thank you. As Meatloaf says, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Let's see. I'm specifically looking at the signature because I know his tend to streak and often get a 9. Card looks in great shape from, just from the naked eye here. I think the auto might be fine. I don't know. I would RCR it, or I would go PSA no auto grade. Elite personals are 139 ripped and shipped, which would mean a $14 group break credit. 139 ripped and shipped, and you'll get 14 bonus bonus markdown bucks to go towards a group break. I have 3 of them available. 3 of them available. And we got some good teams left in the break as well. Big ones. Got the Cardinals still there. Patriots, the Raiders, Broncos and Ravens. A lot of the big guns are still there. And then you got the 35s and under. All right. Seahawks and Colts really the only middle road teams in there. And again, the Seahawks with DK Metcalf, they're good. They're worth the risk. So Elite is 139 ripped and shipped. Museum Collection is 209 ripped and shipped. Tempted to open that myself. I love Museum Collection, and there's just one straggler. I don't know. I just can't do it. So, Elite Football. 6 boxes of Elite, a box of Score, and a rebreak spot. Cardinals are 90, Ravens are 55, Bills are 35, Broncos are 55, Lions are 30, Dolphins are 25, Seahawks are 45, Rams are 25, Colts are 40, Patriots are 70, Raiders are 65. And taking a look-see here. All right. So, Nick, if you're interested, you need a few more minutes to think about it. Just hit me up on Messenger if I sign off before you decide. So 12:42 Eastern Time. Give it a couple minutes. Does anybody have anything for me? Any questions, comments, concerns? And checking notifications real quick here. Make sure no spots went on any of the posts that I have up. Doesn't appear so. Well, they don't put these things in any kind of particular order, so not like it's easy to tell or anything like that, right? So last call. Anybody, anything for me? Otherwise, we'll look to break Elite tomorrow. So close. So close, yet so far. Let's hoping to do that tonight. And we got 3 baseball breaks that we got to be pushing. So that's it for now. If somebody messages me and I'm still awake, I will break. Again, I was intending on being up until about 2 o'clock this morning, which would mean that if somebody wants to get a personal box between now and the next hour and 15 minutes, then that flash sale still goes true. All right, 10% back in group free credit on any personals purchased up until 2 a.m. Eastern Time. And if you message me that you're ready to go and I'm asleep, I'll still honor it tomorrow. All right? That's all I got for now. See everybody later, and we'll look forward to ripping you a new one.